Hello students, I am Neeraj sir. How are you all? I hope you all are very well and utilizing your time properly. Today we are going to study GK, know for sure, and our next topic is mountains of smoke and fire. So this lesson is very important and interesting and very informative. So we will discuss some extra things about the topics which are given in this lesson. You can read the lesson from page number 26 and then you can watch the video so that you will understand better. So let us discuss with the first topic, that is Mount Tambora. So now we will discuss some extra information about this Mount Tambora. On 10 April 1815, Tambora produced the largest eruption known on the planet during the past 10,000 years. The volcano erupted more than 50 cubic kilometers of magma, and caldera collapsed at the end of the eruption, destroyed 30 km cube of the mountain and formed 6 km wide and 1250 meter deep caldera. So what is caldera? Caldera is a large cauldron-like hollow that forms shortly after the emptying of a magma chamber or reservoir in a volcanic eruption. So you can see in various images in the Google, or you can see in various videos, some empty space or pot-like structure is formed after the volcanic eruption. So this pot-like structure or empty structure is known as caldera. So this type of caldera is formed after the volcanic eruption. And the next fact about this volcano is that 1816 was known as the year without a summer. The volcanic winter caused by 1815 eruption caused huge food shortages all across the northern hemisphere, and it reduced the global temperature by between 0.4 to 0.7 degrees Celsius. That's the same impact that all man-made climate changes so far. Though not an excuse to stop caring about the environment crisis, in fact it's the proof of the damage slight changes to global temperatures can do. So this is some of the information about the volcanic eruption of Mount Tambora. Now let us see further. So let us discuss next volcanic eruption, that is Krakatoa. Krakatoa is one of many volcanoes located along an area around the Pacific Basin where two huge tectonic plates meet. The two plates, the Indo-Australian and the Eurasian, constantly collide, resulting in much volcanic activity. This area is known by geologists as the Ring of Fire. Krakatoa has erupted repeatedly throughout history, but its place in the record book is due to the series of massive explosions which took place on the 26th and 27th August 1883. So let us discuss some information about its name. The actual Indonesian name for the volcano is Krakatau. Krakatau, as you can see here. So this is the actual Indonesian name for this volcano. So it is widely believed that the accepted spelling resulted from typing error made by British press when they reported the 1883 eruption. The name Krakatoa does not just refer to the volcano itself, but also the group of islands on which it lives, including the main island, which is also known as Rakata. Theories about the origins of Krakatoa includes the idea that it is derived from noise made by the white parrots living on the island. Another theory says it comes from the Sanskrit word karkata, meaning lobster or a crab. Now let us see some history about this. This 1883 eruption generated the loudest sound ever reported in history. It was heard as far away as Perth in Australia, which is around 1930 miles away, and island of Rodrigues near Mauritius, a whopping 3000 miles from Krakatoa. When the volcano erupted, the explosion fired up hot ash 50 miles into the air, The force was about 13,000 times more powerful than the bomb that devastated Hiroshima in 1945. Official records held that 165 villages and towns surrounding Krakatoa were destroyed and 132 more were seriously damaged. Nearly 36,500 people died and many thousands injured, mostly due to the vast tsunamis which occurred following the explosion. So this is some extra information about Krakatoa. I hope you have understood up to this. Now let us move further. Students, let us discuss next volcano, that is Mount Pelée. Mount Pelée is a volcano located on the French island of Martinique in the Caribbean. It is well known for its destructive past. It was the early morning, May 8 in 1902, when eruption started destroying everything in its path. This enormous volcanic eruption ended up killing in the one day more than 30,000 people. The volcano completely destroyed the city of Saint Pierre, leaving only two survivors. One of them was 25-year-old Louis Auguste Siperis, a convicted felon who injured his friend with a glass during the bar fight. Interestingly, Louis escaped the jail night before the eruption, but he reported himself to the jail the very next morning. He survived because his dungeon cell has poor ventilation. Later, he became local celebrity. Second survivor was a young girl called Havivra Dafri. So this is some extra part about this Mount Pelée. Some other information is also given in book. You can read. So let us move forward. Students, let us discuss next volcano, that is Mount Reuss, also known as Nevado del Reuss. So let us see some information about this volcano. On November 13, 1985, at a little after 9 pm, which is local time, Nevado del Reuss, a volcano about 130 kilometers from Colombia's capital city of Bogota, erupted, spewing a violent mixture of hot ash and lava into the atmosphere. Less than 3 months later, the earth rumbled as mudflows covering nearly 30 meters high swept through the countryside, several villages, and eventually the town of Armio, where it killed 70% of the town's residences. All cold, these mudflows called lahars killed more than 23,000 peoples. So total nearly 25,000 peoples were killed. Although it wasn't considered a large eruption, heat melted snow and ice from the glacier, capping the volcano, and unleashed three lahars, a mixture of rock, volcanic debris, mud, and water. The lahars rolled down the volcano's flank at 30 kilometers per hour, picking up everything in their path, including trees and vehicles, as well as sediment and water from the rivers whose paths they followed. Ultimately, the lahars pulverized and encombed the towns in their wake. The next day, several more eruptions occurred. In 1985, eruption of Nevado del Reuss was Colombia's worst natural disaster, the second deadliest volcanic disaster of 20th century, behind the 1902 eruption of Mount Pelée in Martinique, which we had discussed earlier, and the fourth deadliest in the recorded history. So this was some information about volcanic eruptions. So students, we have completed our lesson Mountains of Smoke and Fire. Now this is your homework to collect extra information about these three volcanic eruptions, that is Mount Pinatubo, Barren Island, and Mount Etna. Some information is already given in your textbook, but you have to collect extra information so that you will learn many more new things related to this topic. Now let us discuss some extra things. In your page number 22, there is a lesson Sorbicutes of Indian cities. So what do you mean by sorbicutes? Sorbicutes is nothing but a nickname given to a person or place. So In our Indian cities, most some cities are given some nickname like Orange City, Pink City, City of Joy, City of, you can say, lakes. So these type of information you should know why the name is given to that specific cities. So let us discuss about Jaipur. So Jaipur is called as Pink City of India. So the reason you can see in the slide, it was painted pink to welcome HRH Albert Edward. So here you can see the word HRH is coming. What is full form of this HRH? So this HRH, HRH is Royal Highness. It is abbreviated as His Royal Highness or Her Royal Highness. It is a style used to address or refer to some members of royal families, usually princes or princesses. Monarch and their consorts are usually styled Majesty. So this type of words are used for them. So in this way, many other cities are also having various other names like Orange City. Nagpur is known as Orange City because the large amount of orange production is there in Nagpur. In the same way, Diamond City of India is Surat. And extra you can say Sun City is Jodhpur. So you have to know each and every city and their nickname and also the reason behind giving that nickname.